The girls are fighting. The girls on Potomac are fighting. We are in the taping. Wait a minute. Before I even go into details, why is it I'm just scrolling through Instagram, minding other people's business like I always do, and I come across a post from TV Deets that is letting us know that the girls on Potomac are fighting. If you don't know, TV Deets in the Instagram page that gives you um, daily updates on reality TV. They give you stats as far as how reality series is doing and stuff like that. They do it every single week. So I'm going to leave their Instagram down below for you to go and see. But they are reporting that the girls on Potomac are fighting. The situation is we had a release party last night because now we're finding out that we have a collab with Giselle and Ashley. They're coming out with an activewear line. So they had a launch last night for their activewear line. And we have two new castmates. Well, they're not mates. They're like friends of the show. We met one last season. Her name is Deborah, who was accusing Chris of looking at her and wanting her. And she was trying to get Candiace into some sort of discussion, but Candiace was like, I give you dust. Candiace was like, find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do it. That was Candiace's attitude. But it seems like this season she's up for it. So according to details, and I'm going to read some stuff to you from TV Deets, it seems like Candiace and Deborah was having a discussion regarding that statement that she made about her husband Chris. Like, girl, what you ain't gonna be coming for my man like that. Since you want to deal with it, let's roll. So a new castmate now who was introduced by Wendy Zenwen, Dr. Wendy 3 degrees 5 degrees Zenwen. She brought in a new friend of the show this season, and that person decided to interject themselves into the conversation with Candiace and Deborah, who they call Sesame Street character. I don't know. I think it was Candiace who gave her that label, but anyway, the new castmate decided, new friend of the show, I should say, decided to interject herself in the conversation, and it did not go well. So there are reports that it actually got physical, and hair was being pulled, blood was drawn, people were crying, people were running, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to read to you what TV Deets said. I'm going to put the screenshot up on the screen as well. So it says, exclusive, RHOP exclusive. There was an all-out brawl at the July 13th launch for Ashley and Giselle new activewear line, sources tell TV Deets. It says Candiace was in the middle of confronting Deborah, Ashley's friend, who made the comments about Chris Bassett on season 7, when Kiana, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kiana Stewart, a new friend of the show via Wendy Osefo, jumped into the mix. Kiana allegedly threw the first punch at Deborah. And from what we're hearing, it seemed like Deborah won the fight, even though Kiana threw the first punch. But okay, that's what they put in the caption. Let me see what the screenshot says. It might read the same, but I'm just going to read it anyway. It says, Deborah and Candiace had been talking stuff about each other all night. A source close to the production of The Real Housewives of Potomac tell TV Deets. Exclusively. Okay, they got to put that exclusive, so you got to give them their credit. Candiace was confronting Deborah about what she had been saying about Chris Bassett, and Kiana walked up and got herself involved. So basically the same thing that's in the caption. It's what's in the screenshot. We have a photo of all the ladies. We have the two new girls, and we have Candiace and Ashley. Why didn't they get Giselle? I'm surprised they didn't get Giselle in it. Oh, because they're associating Ashley with Deborah. And then we have a video of what happened. I may not be able to put the video here. I'll probably do a screenshot. But like I said, I'm going to leave TV Deets information down below, so you could go ahead and look at the post. But yeah, there was people trying to part the fight. I see somebody being dragged. It looked pretty interesting. Of course, it's in a club. It's in a dark area. I mean, if it's a release party for active wear, why is it in a club? Why isn't it somewhere else? But you know what? Ain't none of my business. You film where you can, where you could get the opportunity to do it. And this is what popped off last night. So like I said, they're in the filming of Real Housewives of Potomac season 8. And I believe the new season starts in October, November. They haven't give us the release date as yet. But I guess we're gonna see when it happens. You know, we usually get introduced to new people every few years or so, and I know Deborah has been trying hard to be on the show. She wants to be there, and Candiace was like, no, like I said, find somebody else to do it. And now we have these two new castmates doing it. So within a matter of, I think, 3 years or 2 years, this is the third fight that's been on Real Housewives of Potomac. If you remember, we had Candiace and Monique going at it, and that's when Monique decided to leave. We had Mia, one of my favorites, Mia and Dr. Wendy when they went to Peter's restaurant in Miami, and Mia threw the drink at Dr. Wendy, and now we have this with these two new castmates. So what's going on, Potomac? You're supposed to be one of the more classy franchise of the whole franchise. What is going on? You're giving me love and hip hop. That's what I'm getting from this. It's not giving me Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm getting love and hip hop Potomac with all these fights that's happening. So I guess we're gonna see what happens in the new season with these ladies. I'm sure after this it will not be part of the main cast because there's a reputation that needs to be upheld. Where was Karen in all of this to say, ladies, this is not how we behave? How did Candiace react to everything that happened? I'm sure she's glad she wasn't part of that fight. I mean, even though it happened, in the situation where she was, I'm sure she's happy that she was not part of it, because you want to be known to be part of so many altercations. And like I said, according to the reports, it got real physical. When they say fights on these shows, you think people just have arguments and stuff, but apparently it got physical where blood was drawn, people had to be pulled apart, and it just wasn't good. It wasn't a good look according to them. They said it got really, really bad. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to wait till like somewhere in December to actually see it, if the show is actually starting in October, November. But let's see if anybody else speaks out about it before they actually put it to release it. And if they do, if there's any more information regarding it, I'll be sure to bring it to you guys. Woo! Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and like I always say, until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your family.